Nevada Canyon Road. It's tough on the 405 northbound in West LA from the 10 all the way to the 5 merge into Sylmar. Let's look at the 5 northbound. That's loading up in Boyle Heights from the 60. Looking heavy ahead all the way to Olive in Burbank. And the drive is still tough in Anaheim, eastbound side of the 91 from Kramer Glacel heading to Green River.
In the new year, make one commitment. Don't let someone else's carelessness leave you paying the price. OPO Law has been protecting Los Angeles for nearly 50 years. So if you're injured this holiday season or at any time in 2026, go to opolaw.com.
At the tone, please record your message.
You ready? Drop it!
Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Why do you think hurt people hurt people?
One, I think when you're hurt, you think anger is a strength. You think bitterness is a strength. Because if you stop and think about it, when you're bitter, you don't feel weak. See, when you're angry, you don't feel weak.
You feel powerful,
you feel powerful,
strong.
Yeah. And so what happens is that these negative emotions hide your own vulnerability and weakness and pain. So as long as I'm bitter, I don't have to think about the fact that I've been betrayed.
Wow.
As long as I'm angry, I don't have to think about the fact that I'm so deeply wounded, I can't even deal with it. And so we use these negative emotions to feel powerful. And it's the most terrifying thing in the world to let go of those negative emotions, because now you're completely powerless. And you have to trust that if you can let go of hate, that love is more powerful. That if you can let go of bitterness, that forgiveness is more powerful. That if you can stop hurting people, that you will not get more hurt. But here's the problem. Whenever you love, you risk being hurt.
Who was that, Andy? You know, the voice of reason. I'm always coming through with these topics. We're live on TikTok. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. Lewis Howes and Erwin McManus. That's who was on the clip that played just a second ago. You're listening to the VOR live on KBLA Talk 1580. You already know this is Africa Town, Lamert Park. Man, the voice of reason. We try to bring mind-blowing topics about relationships on a daily basis so that we can grow and learn together. And a topic like this is crazy. The holographic hurt cycle. Why is the hurt cycle holographic? Because what you fail to realize is the boomerang effect. If you hurt someone else, you're actually planting the seeds for self-harm. I know a lot of people don't agree with this, but that's how it works spiritually. I keep telling you, relationships are spiritual in nature, more spiritual than they are social. Tonight's topic, the holographic hurt cycle. Hurtful people indeed hurt others, only to ultimately hurt themselves. You mean to tell me, Zoe, you're saying when hurtful people hurt others, they are engaging in a type of self-harm? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. A deeper look at how hurting others is in fact self-hurt. We are a semi-part of the whole. Do you know people who like to hurt people? Who like to say hurtful things? Who like to hurt relationships? Oh my goodness, this is deep. Pain does not come back around. Pain consolidates. Pain recodes the sender while it bruises the receiver. The holographic hurt cycle shows one continuous event. When you injure another person to regulate yourself, you install the same threat architecture, internal threat architecture, inside your own nervous system. You export it into your relationships and propagate it through culture and lineage until the harm you aimed outward becomes the atmosphere you must breathe. How many people you know think it'll never come back to them? How many people you know think they've gotten away with it? 1-800-920-1580. This topic does not preach or try to sell you morality. It sells mechanics. A body that harms does not simply do harm. It practices a state of harm. That practice strengthens circuits for dominance, contempt, withdrawal, or intimidation. The body learns readiness. Readiness demands arousal. Arousal narrows curiosity, narrows softness, narrows tolerance for complexity. Then the person starts requiring harm for regulation. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me there are some people out there who harm others in order to regulate themselves? 1-800-920-1580. Then the person starts requiring harm for regulation because harm temporarily quiets what they refuse to metabolize. Relief arrives, then collapses, then demands repetition. The act already contains the recoil. Tonight's show, man, we're going to drag the listeners. We're going to drag you fighting and kicking. We're going to drag the listener toward an unbearable clarity. Harm functions. Now listen what I'm about to say. The harming of others functions as a type of self-harm wearing a social mask. Domination does not prove strength, it proves dependence. Keeping it real can function as socially approved violence. Protecting my energy can function as a cleaner label for punishing closeness. Listen, Come, whoa, hold on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I want the callers to get in here. Yeah, I want the callers to get in here. Did harm ever reduce your loneliness? 1-800-920-1580. Did the act of harming others ever reduce your loneliness? Did it ever create peace that lasted within your spirit? Would you want to live inside someone like you? 1-800-920-1580. Do you know somebody out there who likes to harm people? I want to know. Are they aware that when they harm others, they plant the seed of self-harm within themselves? Oftentimes, they can keep going in life and they'll think everything is all good. And then slowly but surely, the misery overtakes them. And they don't realize that the memory has accrued over hundreds or thousands of harmful acts perpetuated against others. They didn't think it would accrue. And then all of a sudden, just the sense of loneliness, the sense of despair, the sense of misery just overtakes them. Right? Like a psycho-spiritual tsunami. Oh, man. This program is not designed to entertain. This program is designed to intervene. I'm trying to destabilize the listener's favorite excuse and replace it with self-authorship. This show forces one choice. Keep exploring the pain and live inside the climate you manufacture, or interpret the pattern, right? Then interrupt the pattern and pay the honest cost of feeling what you keep unloading. 1-800-920-1580. I want to know your thoughts. Hurt people, right? Is pain holographic? Meaning, is it whole? That's what holograph or hologram means whole writing, right? Can I hurt another person and escape the wholeness of that transcription, that spiritual transcription on another? I don't think you can. Pain does not walk. Pain circulates. It remembers. A hand raises. A boundary collapses. A nervous system learns a new grammar. Nothing leaves the field. Neurons fire in bodies that injure and bodies that receive. Listen. And the firing patterns rhyme. Threat chemistry does not ask whose side you occupy. It only records authorship. What you strike becomes the shape you live inside. Listen, what you strike becomes the shape you live inside. I think I heard the brother T.D. Jakes say it once. You thought you got away. Right? Attachment science already whispers something similar. It whispers a scandal. The one who harms becomes an internal resident. Trauma physiology confirms the sequel. Moral injury weighs as tissue, not as idea. Listen, I don't know who needs to hear this. Hurting another person may feel good in the moment. Oh, it might feel good in the mouth, but by the time you swallow it and it enters the stomach, the stomach may sour, right? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. I want to talk to y'all. Conscious research dismantles the fantasy of outside. Oh, you can't hurt somebody outside without hurting yourself. I want to know what you guys think about tonight's topic. Is it interesting that many people find themselves, and this is a tough way to put it, many people find themselves attracting these types of people in their lives, people who hurt them. But let me ask the question. When somebody is hurting themselves, are they calling these types of people into their lives? I'm interested to know. Do they call the person who has a hurt fetish into their lives? This is very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the VOR, and I don't want you to get away. Listen, attachment theory, John Bowlby. Nothing helps a child more than to know that he is wanted. When you don't want yourself, is that a type of self-harm? I'm asking. I don't know. I'm asking. I want to know what you think, right? Listen, fright without solution leads to disorganized behavior. Babette Rothschild, right? If you don't deal with the brokenness on the inside and the pain inside of you, could you be calling in these types of people? You hear people say it all the time. Relationship is a mirror, right? Iyanla's big on it now. She's repackaged her Fix My Life and she's recapped it, and you hear her talking about it a lot now. Relationship is a mirror. Relationship is a mirror, right? Ross Rosenberg, what did he say? We repeat what we do not repair. If something needs repair, are we broken? And if we're broken, hurting, and wounded, are we calling in the mirror of hurt? I'm interested to know. That's Ross Rosenberg. Babette Rothschild, the body remembers what the mind forgets. Right? Patrick Carnes, addiction is a pathological relationship with a mind-altering experience. Hold tight. Wait, hold on. What? Are we addicted to pain? And so we call it into our lives? Is that what's happening? Gabor Mate said what? We are wired for survival, not love. And if we're in survival, do we feel wealth pains when we don't have the money? You feel hunger pains when you don't have the food. But do you also feel a type of wealth hunger, a type of love hunger, a type of validation hunger? Listen, that's pain. Are we listening tonight? Wired for survival, not for love. If you're in survival mode, are you in fact in a state of pain? Wired for survival, not love. I'm asking the question tonight. Right? The holographic hurt cycle. Yes, hurt people, but are hurt people hurting people who are hurting, that are using that hurt maybe unconsciously as a magnet to call in the one who hurts them? I'm asking questions. I want to know. 1-800-920-1580. To attempt to escape from pain is what creates more pain. That's Stephen Porges. But let me say, did Stephen tap into something right now? When we come forward, the voice of reason on KBLA Talk 1580, man, we're going to push this thing forward. Let's get it.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
What's up? What's up? What's up? We got to laugh the pain away.
Hey, KBLA delegation, happy Black History Month. Around here, we celebrate our culture, our community, and our contributions daily. But this year, as we observe the 100th anniversary of Black History Month celebrations, we're excited about our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, honoring comedy greats. On Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum in downtown LA, we're toasting D.L. Hughley, Melanie Camacho, Earthquake, Munell, Dion Cole, and Martin Lawrence, with a surprise guest appearance. A limited number of individual tickets for the luncheon remain, so now would be a good time to head to KBLA1580.com to secure one for yourself. That's KBLA1580.com. A little laughter goes a long way, especially in times like these. So come, join us for our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum. Again, tickets are available right now at KBLA1580.com.
Well, I hang around my boy, and he's been married for 6 years. Videotaping his wedding day, never watched it. Now and every day he watch it every day, but he watch it in reverse. Because he said he loves seeing himself take that ring back off of that finger. Walking back down that aisle, just waving at her ugly mother down the church, getting back in the limo back at the bachelor party. Look how happy I was.
Honoring excellence, resilience, and achievement, we're KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I think it would be worthwhile if we could discuss the nature of hurt.
Of hurt? Yes.
Why human beings are hurt. All people are hurt.
You mean with both the physical and the psychological?
Psychological, especially.
Especially the psychological level, yes.
Mm-hmm. Physically, we can tolerate it.
Yes.
We can bear up with a pain and say, well, I won't let it interfere with my thinking. I won't let it corrode my psychological quality of mind. I can watch over it. Mind can watch over that. But the psychological hurts are much more important and difficult to grapple with and understand.
Yes, yes.
I think it is necessary because a mind that is hurt is not an innocent mind.
Ooh. Wait. What? Wait, hold on. A mind? Wait, we got to bring that back. I'm sorry. A mind that is hurt. Did he say is not an innocent mind? Is 1-800-920-1580. Get ready. Get to your phone lines. Krishna G is cooking. Let's go.
We can tolerate it.
Yes.
We can bear up with a pain and say, well, I won't let it interfere with my thinking. I won't let it corrode my psychological quality of mind. I can watch over it. Mind can watch over that. But the psychological hurts are much more important and difficult to grapple with and understand.
Yes.
I think it is necessary because a mind that is hurt is not an innocent mind.
Mm-hmm.
The very word in innocent comes from nuocere, not to hurt. A mind that is incapable of being hurt. And there's a great beauty in that.
Yes, there is. Mm-hmm. It's a marvelous it's a marvelous word. We have usually used it to indicate a lack of something.
I know.
Yes, and there was turned on upside down again.
And Christians have made it such an absurd thing of it.
Yes, I understand that.
So, I think we ought to, in discussing religion, we ought to inquire very, very deeply the nature of hurt. Because if a mind that is not hurt is an innocent mind, and you need this quality of innocency.
I don't know. Wait, so, I know a lot of people go, oh, he's being too extra deep. That's extra deep. That's deep fried chicken right there. He done fried it 3 times. Listen to what he's saying. Right? Doesn't a toxic parent potentially create a narcissist or an insecurely attached child? And don't we look at, and this isn't to pathologize, this is what he's saying from a metaphysical, philosophical, spiritual lens. All insecure attachments learn how to manipulate to get what they want. And the first people that they manipulate are the first people that hurt them. This is what he means by it's not an innocent mind. You hurt the child, primary caregiver, so the child learns to manipulate those who hurt and love. When harm moves outward, a matching wound organizes inwardly. Listen, when harm moves outward, a matching wound organizes inwardly. When injury leaves the hand, injury seeds the hand. When you hurt someone, do you feel more regulated or more alive after you've hurt them? It gives you just this momentary dopamine rush of, yeah, I'm better than I won. We do that in intimate relationships when we break up, right? I did better. This is what he said. When the mind is not hurt, the mind is innocent. Ooh, listen, how long does that regulation last after you've hurt someone? When the internal sensation returns, when the regulation fades, or what internal sensation returns when the regulation fades? This is deep tonight. Hurt people. The holographic hurt cycle. When we come forward, I'm going to Detroit, Michigan. I got to talk to folk about this.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. South Florida Democrats are calling for a permanent extension of temporary protected status for Haitians, a day after a judge blocked the Trump administration from ending it.
These are our community leaders. These are small business owners.
Party Chair Nikki Fried says Florida is home to about half of TPS residents and is urging a pathway to citizenship for more than 350,000 Haitians facing violence and unrest back home. A South Dakota bill that would make interrupting religious services a felony is moving forward. The measure passed committee and is now headed to the Senate Judiciary Committee following last week's anti-ICE protest at a Minnesota church that led to the arrest of journalist Don Lemon. And rapper Nicki Minaj says she began publicly supporting President Trump after seeing what she described as bullying and unfair treatment toward him. In a podcast interview with Katie Miller, Minaj says her stance was driven by watching how Trump was treated. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
In the new year, make one commitment. Don't let someone else's carelessness leave you paying the price. OPO law has been protecting Los Angeles for nearly 50 years. So if you're injured this holiday season or at any time in 2026, go to opolaw.com.
At the tone, please record your message.
You ready?
Drop it!
Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
They call it progress, but progress has a price. Land once held in black hands, taken, stolen, erased. Acres paved into highways, fields burned. Homes replaced by parking lots and broken promises. Every deed lost was a dream deferred. We talk about millionaires, but what about the millionaires that never were? The farmers whose soil was seized. The families who watched their inheritance disappear. The wealth that never had a chance to grow because its roots were ripped from the ground. They took the land, but never the legacy, because the soil remembers, and so do we. Every story matters. Our mission is to collect, preserve, and amplify these stories. If this is part of your family's history, visit blacklandlost.org/share your story and help bring us closer to justice.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a black and brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
February 4th is Transit Equity Day. To mark the occasion, Metro is offering free rides all day on the 4th. Providing safe, accessible, and affordable transportation is a commitment Metro makes year-round. Learn more at thesource.metro.net.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA
LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Of you and me, reflections of the way life used to be. Reflections of the love you took from me. Baby, listen. I'm all alone now, no love to shield me, trapped in a world of undistorted reality.
So if our minds are completely unruly and wild, then all we're going to experience is outer chaos and problems. If our inner world is structured and spacious and open and clear, then there's no problems outside.
Wait. I'm sorry. That's Tenzin. Or is it Pima? I think it's Tenzin or Pima. It's Pima? Tenzin. It's Tenzin. All right, hold on, because she's cooking right now. Again, we've come full circle after coming forward. Ghosting is a form of hurting people, right? Not being accountable, right? For the disrespect, the marginalization, the diminishment of another is a form of hurting people. We live in a society that it's losing its humanity. Small, courteous. Oh, my bad. Did I offend you? People now, offense doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't even register as an offense. Do you understand? We live in a society where people can waste each other's time, waste each other's money, waste each other's lives because they're looking for the perfect fit. Not that fits them as a person, but that fits their wound profile. Do you understand? We've covered it from ceiling to floor. Attachment theory talks about reenactment, right? Reenactment patterns in relationships, constantly doing the same thing or dating a toxic familiar over a healthy unknown. If you're projecting, you're protecting. If you're projecting and protecting, you might be deflecting and redirecting. Oh, I know people don't want to hear it put that way. And if you're hurting others inadvertently, unconsciously, or consciously, you're also planting the seed. Listen, I'm not here to judge or condemn. I've hurt people. And trust me, I felt it all come back. It might not have come back the same day, the same week, the same month, the same year. It may have come back years later, but I felt it. 1-800-920-1580. I don't know what happened to Rico from Detroit. Rico, I told you on the other side I was going to grab you. And as soon as we get back to the other side, you hang up. I don't know. Maybe it was Domino's coming with the pizza. I don't know. They called about the pizza. But call back in, Rico. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580. If you're just tuning in to the VOR, the Voice of Reason, with Zoe Williams here exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580. Tonight's topic, the holographic hurt cycle does not operate through symbolism. It operates through conditioning. A nervous system does not experience hurting another person as an abstract social behavior. It experiences coordinated motor output. Limbic metabolization, limbic metabolization, autonomic acceleration, endocrine release, and cortical meaning making in a single integrated cascade. One event. Oh, man. Do you understand? People are hurting, and people don't understand why they're hurting. Why life appears to be letting them down. I'm asking you, have you been that person where you went out and it gave you some type of boost, some type of bump in self-esteem to put another down, to criticize a brother, a sister, to judge them, to label them? This is a type of, hurt against another. Oh, but life works in mysterious ways. Or have you seen yourself, feeling yourself, as they say, as you're going up, right? You're going up above everybody else and you're condescending and you're trying to make them feel smaller as you're escalating upward. But what happens when that escalator reverses and you start to come back down? Did you not plant the seed of your demise when you were rising? When an orgasm initiates harm, several things occur simultaneously. Motor networks execute force or verbal attack. Threat detection circuits confirm mobilization. Autonomic systems shift towards sympathetic dominance. Cortical regions construct justifications. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to disrespect you. We hurt each other all day in America. How can we heal each other? That's my question tonight. The holographic hurt cycle. Yes, we're flawed. Yes, we're works in progress. We're whips. We're going to hurt each other. There's going to be rupture, but how do we initiate repair? Especially when somebody gets somewhat of a bump from hurting you. Have you been with a partner that felt, even in a moment, right, where they're hurt, where they're being disrespectful, condescending, dismissive of your ideas, right? Dismissive of your perspective. Have you been with a partner that felt good, like they kind of smirked at it? They felt something like a boost from doing that to you. They really don't realize that they're actually setting themselves up, because it's usually those same people that be out in a snowstorm with a candle looking for you once you find your self-respect. Once you regain your self-worth, it'd be those same people that tried to minimize and marginalize you out in a blizzard with a candle trying to find you. Do you see? So each act of harm quietly alters, right, the organism's future statistical tendencies, not metaphorically, mechanistically. The person does not merely perform harm, the person becomes more likely to perform harm. If you've disrespected one person, you've disrespected many, or you have the potential to disrespect many. I know people don't want to hear it put that way. I know people don't want to hear me talk like this. I think it costs too much to self-modify for many people. The voice of reason. Opening up the phone lines. I want to talk to everybody. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. I also want to get Rico from Detroit back in the building. When we come forward, if you think we've just gotten started, you might be right.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Not everything announces itself. Some things simply arrive, and the room is compelled to adjust. This is grooming without apology, without noise, without compromise. Gods and money, organic formulations, clean precision, crafted for skin that does not ask for permission to be felt. Element Cream, a rare hydration layered like an oud at dusk, measured, enduring, unmistakably masculine, moisturizing oil, a quiet revolution, restoring what stress, climate, and time attempts to claim. This is not skincare. It is composure made visible. It is inevitability. Gods and money exist impeccably. Discover the ritual at godsandmoney.com. That's godsandmoney, MONY.com.
Lena Bloom for the Bail Project. Imagine you're stuck in a jail cell and you can't afford bail and someone offers you a way out. Just plead guilty and you can go home and kiss your kids goodnight. What do? What thousands have. You plead guilty whether you are or not. Cash bail makes poverty a crime. That's why the Bail Project helps those who can't afford it while fighting to end cash bail. Because freedom should be free.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Looking out across the night, the city winks a sleepless eye. Yeah, I'd always shake my window, sweet seducing sighs. Get me out into the nighttime, for walls won't hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do it that way? If they say why, tell them that it's human nature.
When you have been convinced that you see all parts of yourself, you are going to make an enemy out of everybody who sees through you. Yes, people become very spiteful and distant the moment people can read them, interpret them, or sense what they have not made peace with. Why? Because they see that as leverage over something they never consented to give. When you have the ability to see people who don't want to be seen, it creates an emotional imbalance. Therefore, the only way for these people to gain control is through distance. Case to point, most people who see clearly end up spending a lot of time in their life alone because their presence shortens the distance between who someone is and who they claim to be. But let me give you perspective. The hardest part to deal with in any connection is being unfinished in front of someone else. Now, of course, we're going to provide grace with this because this takes a lot of courage in leaning in. You have to have the ability to let someone know you before you are done figuring yourself out. But you know what happens in this process? We defend first and then understand later. And by then, we've already convinced ourselves that we were right. That is the critical point. Once right or wrong is involved, that is where awareness goes to die. Once the identity enters the picture, your mind is no longer focused on understanding as it substitutes that for self-defense. And you know just as well as I do, individuals willingly defend habits that are destructive. So imagine how far they'll go for a blind spot. Javon Cross here. Don't get weak on the weekends. Go get him.
Hey, Javon Cross. He was cooking. The VOR, the voice of reason, back in the building. Tonight's topic, the holographic hurt cycle. Hurtful people indeed hurt others only to ultimately hurt themselves. Gosh. Relationships don't have to be this complex, do they? Yeah, I guess so. We got callers on the line. One of our favorites from the Big Island. Pastor John from Mountain View, Hawaii. Brother John, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Greetings and blessings to all of those within the sound of my voice. Blessings to this topic because it is well needed in the season where we are so dumb and confused about everything in life.
Interesting.
But I got questions.
Go ahead, brother.
The question that comes to mind when I see this subject in a warrior sense. After the battlefield is over with, we reflect on the enemy we used to have. And in most cases, when we see it from their perspective, we honor them. We treasure them. And we thank them for the tests we pass.
Oh, so you mean like an art of war kind of thing, like a code of honor? Like, I hear it. Go ahead. I'm listening.
My question tonight is, if you know you're going to be hurt and you're not going to allow the perfect work to take place because the outer work that shows you, and you continue to reject it, why do you now accept the hurt you give yourself?
So rejection is the seed of hurt. We think to reject something from the inside out is a form of protection. Do you see? Do you see how rejection?
I see it. It's just, my question is why?
No, but listen, if you only know, right, the gung fu of pain, right? If that's the only style you know, right? That's what you're going to engage in. So that's your norm. And familiar pain, of course, is way better than unfamiliar peace, than unfamiliar pleasantry or pleasure. Why? There's a hypervigilance still associated with being broken. So then it turns into this, oh, wait a minute now. This is too good to be true. I've got to sabotage it because something's going to happen anyway. Do you get what I'm saying?
Totally. But again, if what has just been stated can be applied to most relationships, will you now call yourself smart or will you call yourself dumb?
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Listen, here's the thing. It goes back to Big Mama. You remember Big Mama?
Big Man, Mama. Don't, please. No,
I'm about to do
sir.
it.
I'm sorry. Let's not use Big Mama.
I'm using
Let's
Big
not
Mama.
Use Big Mama.
I'm
please.
using Big Mama
Please
right
don't
now.
use Big
I'm
Mama.
using Big Mama this evening. Big Mama said it. She said, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Don't plant the seed in that person or in yourself. Right? Is that not karma? Is that not the boomerang effect of hurt? T.D. Jakes said a lot of times the person who hurts a person and they don't get, the repercussions of it, they think they've gotten away. They don't understand the wound that they inflicted in another. A piece of that wound has been spiritually planted in them for doing it. They're walking around with this. Go ahead.
Not also that, sir, but they give birth to them too. But nonetheless,
they give birth. Say again. I want to hear this.
Because if once again, with the world and God who's trying to polish you, and you're rejecting yourself in the midst of God's presence, which you'll never escape. Now you give birth to something that also shows you the same reflection.
Man, hey, those kids are the mirrors. No, they're the best mirrors. Children, the relationship mirror be clouded, right? The intimate relationship. But the parent-child relationship, I think it's a bit clearer.
It's the cleanest mirror you'll ever see.
That family member mirror cold, right? It's gonna show everything.
It's a cold piece, sir. It's a cold piece.
Oh man, it lacks. I think there's a little less delusion in that child-parent mirror than there is in the intimate partner mirror, right?
Let's just say, if you needed to submit, bring your child into the conversation.
Wow. My goodness. Hey, brother, guess what you just did?
Mountain View is in the house. Blessings to all. Love you too, big bro.
Come on. The voice of reason is on complete fire. Listen, when we get on the other side, we're going to go all the way to the other side of America, of the country. We're going to SC, not South Central. We're going to South Carolina. They just had the winter of a lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, the VOR is going forward. But when we come full circle, me and my brother Theo gonna chop it up.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. South Florida Democrats are calling for a permanent extension of temporary protected